But yeah, Pennsylvania's made up like 500,000 votes today as well. They're getting close.
Also, apparently Steve Bannon just recently called for the beheading of Fauci. What the fuck?
What?
Yes!
Take his head! Place it upon mine so my diseased body will continue to live.
God. You can tell that he played some WoW, guys.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
I just ate a big bowl of Chunky's Campbell's soup, and I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization, and I just scarfed down a bowl of cinnamon life so fast before this podcast.
And I'm Aaron, fireman extraordinaire, horde punching bag, and local spokesman to let you know that it's not easy being cheesy.
Dangerously cheesy.
Wow! Now go watch some BattleBots!
Oh man, BattleBots. Throwback here.
BattleBots! We haven't mentioned BattleBots since the Mechagon episode, I feel like.
Yeah, you know what? And that was what, like 60 episodes ago? That is about 120 times longer than we should have waited.
I really like the hammers that come down from the side.
Now, which was the superior show? BattleBots? Or what was the one that was on Spike that WrestleMan was on? Like,
I thought it was also called BattleBots. Because BattleBots, the original BattleBots is British, right? Or is that
there was
TussleBots?
A BattleBots on in my day on Comedy Central, and then there was one on Spike that was this other show.
Oh, was it like a ripoff? I always thought that was the real one, but I also was like 7 years old or 8 years old, so I don't really remember.
I'm trying to think about what one I watched a lot growing up, but like, did both of them have like...
I have an update. It was called Robot Wars.
Oh.
Huh. I think I may have been watching Robot Wars then. Or did they both have a giant hammer and like spinny blades and things?
So I was bringing up to bring up as a fighting robots connoisseur. I always felt like Robot Wars had the cooler environments. It had like the saw blades that came up. It had the spinny outer edge. It had the flippers. But I feel like the bots themselves of BattleBots were more memorable. Like you're the flying wedge, your son of Waiaki. I feel like those were heroes compared to Robot Wars. Like Rosie the Riveter is the only one I can remember.
Oh yeah, because they're like bosses too, right? They were. Oh man, guys, we need to watch Robot Wars. Fuck BattleBots. It's all about Robot Wars starring Mick Foley.
Mick Foley. Do you guys ever watch that show? This is like fast forwarding. I think because this was more recently, but like the one where they just had drones and raced them around weird like warehouse environments.
No, what the fuck are you watching? What kind of Zoomer shit are you onto?
I don't know. Never mind.
Moon's over there doing the Orange Justice while watching his drone racing show. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping in because I'm tired because I'm old.
Old man alert. Old man alert. Did you guys fucking hear that Shadowlands is apparently the largest selling expansion that they've ever put out by far?
A solid 8 to 10 years after allegedly the series died?
I feel like every few months somebody comes out with a piece about how World of Warcraft is like a dumpster fire that is about to go out and then never come back to life. So this is actually good news and fun to see.
I get like, sure, okay, we're in a pandemic, so everyone's home, everyone's bored. That many people who were trapped in their house decided, I'm going to get back into WoW and I'm going to buy Shadowlands.
I also think it might be because it's the first expansion that's come out after Classic, and Classic drew in a demographic of people who might now see Shadowlands and be like, oh, maybe I want to try retail or I'm sorry, WoW Yum now that, like, you know, I've been around here in Classic for a little bit.
That's true. Okay, I didn't even consider that factor, so I guess that's true. But I'm trying to remember, Draenor, like, WoD had, like, 10 million active users at one point, like, active subscriptions. Something crazy like that. And then they all ran away because, you know, WoD.
Yeah, I do love WoD dearly, Draenor darlings that we are. But the 3-4 months of no real content at the end of BFA, I'm like, oh boy, it's getting tough to keep going back a little bit. I can't imagine they had to do a year and a half, 2 years of just why don't you run Hellfire Citadel again? Ashran, come on, buddy.
Go on back in. I'm just really curious. What is the active user base that we have currently? And oh my god, what if this ties in? So remember how we were saying we felt like we kept only seeing people on Proudmoore on our servers? Are there enough people playing now that they're just like, fuck it, put the servers together. There's too many people. It's fine. Just have them on their own server.
That's an interesting theory. I mean, besides us talking about it, I don't think I've ever noticed anybody talking about this, seeing only people from your server experience.
That's because we're on the streets in the community with our people. Everybody else is on their flying mounts, not even asking random citizens random questions. Like, I asked this random dwarf the other day if he liked hot dogs or chili more, and he said chili by far. I don't remember his name though, so that's some dwarf.
Wow, you're over here getting interviews and you're holding out on me? Do you know how many people I have to abuse per week to get that hot content? And you're asking questions and getting answers for free.
It's for my secret WoW podcast I've been running for 10 years on the side. Whispers of Azeroth. Tune in every Tuesday at 9.
I knew you sounded familiar. You're the host of Control Windows Button Alt Gear.
Hey, welcome to Control Windows Button Alt Gear.
That's me, baby.
Oh my god. But speaking of podcasts, I did a thing this last weekend, and I was part of a roundtable on the Whispers of War podcast. So if you guys want to check me out, I'm on that most recent episode over there. We talk about how we've been enjoying the pre-patch content thus far. It was originally planned on being like a roundtable for like the first week or after the first week of experiencing Shadowlands, but that didn't really work out. So
hell
Stay tuned for stories of Immune's imaginary friend Blippi. He's somewhere in there.
That makes what? So now you're the 3 of 3. We've completed the trinity of people on that podcast. We're killing it.
we have. Now all of us have.
We
been on
legally
there.
own it now.
Yeah, sorry, Sil. Hand it over. But also, speaking of Shadowlands, we did not get to mention this last week because I think it was announced like the day after we recorded last week. But Shadowlands has an official release date finally, and so does the Scourge pre-patch event.
Whoop whoop.
I don't remember the pre-patch dates. Like the 10th. It's this next reset, right?
Yes, it's next week. So
The 10th.
it's only 3-4 days from when we are recording this now.
Amin's trying to talk. He has a new mic stand that he put up, but Allie, our cat, is itching her face all over it. So she's moving it as he's trying to talk into it, and it's really fucking funny.
Okay, I think she might be done now, maybe?
God,
Unsure.
you would never see this kind of audio blunders on Control Shift / ?
Hey, and welcome back to Control Shift / ?
Okay, she is now settled. I can confirm she is now settled. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for a free patch event. Give me something else to do in the game. I feel like I'm just twiddling my thumbs a little bit. Not that the WoW anniversary is here. I have more things to do, which is fun. I'm just like, I want Shadowlands. Hand it to me.
And the date that they announced for Shadowlands is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which is, I think, the 1 week we pegged as it not being possibly released.
Yes, we thought it was a ludicrous idea to even attempt to release it then, but Blizzard said nay. Instead of talking to our Aunt Martha, you'll be talking to Martha Ghost, Herald of Death.
Because she died of COVID from hanging out with her family at Thanksgiving.
She didn't believe the science.
So, yeah, because I was like, well, obviously I'm not going home for Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's stupid. But I'm like, am I even going to celebrate Thanksgiving? It's my favorite holiday, and I fucking love making a whole turkey for myself because Immune's not going to eat it because he's vegetarian. So I make a whole turkey for me. I make a whole bunch of shit, but I'm like, I'm just going to order like Chinese food and play Shadowlands. Like, I don't have time for all that.
I mean, I'm sure we could throw something in a crock pot while we do our super gaming hours.
Game.
And you figure the early days there, you may need to make some snacks while you load in. I guess multiple days down the road, it'll be fixed, but I am both excited for the night it comes out and also being like, I'm not playing anything tonight. My computer will explode just trying to touch Anduin.
I have faith that the servers will be fine. They were okay for at least me and Immune the last 2 launches, so hopefully that trend continues. Well, maybe we'll share some more blessings with you.
I was going when BFA came out and we started in Stormsong. I was mostly going based on audio cues.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, let's go over here, and I was like, sure. /follow.
Yeah, I remember you're like, I don't see anything. Like Brother Pike never like even appeared for you during these quests.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopsies.
We also have another review on Warcraft Radio's podcast directory.
Another.
Read it. I want to take the shot. I'm ready to get trashed after that fucking press conference.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
Trash.
yeah, trash. But this week we had a review from Kill a Donkey, and they gave us a 5-star review, and they say, I've been listening to this podcast for a few months now, and it is easily my favorite WoW podcast. All 3 of the hosts are very funny, and you can tell they have a lot of fun recording.
Nope.
No fun at all. No. The only thing wrong with this podcast is that they play Alliance.
You son of a bitch. You son of a fucking, I'm gonna fucking beat you.
But if you can
fucking outed yourself. we're gonna come get you now.
But if you can see past that, you will have a great time listening.
Fuck you.
Other than the jab at us playing Alliance, that is a very nice review. Thank you.
No, I love the jab at. I love being jabbed at. I thought that was great. It's a great review. It's crazy to me. Did you guys ever sit here and think that somebody would call us their favorite podcast, like WoW podcast? What the fuck?
No, I mean, I still feel like every time we record is like one of our first few times recording, and then I'm like, shit, we're like almost to 100 fucking episodes here. We've been doing this for a while now.
I'm just trying to roll with the tides until I can get that sweet deal as a co-host of print screen system requirements, scroll lock, pause break.
Hey, coming at you, print screen system requirements, scroll lock, pause breakers.
Okay, let's take this shot. Take this fucking shot.
Here we go.
Oh no, I hope I don't
Today-
spill it on the cat on my lap.
Today I am drinking Svedka. Nope, not Svedka. Smirnoff.
Today, I am finishing a bottle of Corona Extra. And yes, whenever I buy it, the guy goes, do you think you're being funny? And I'm just like, no, we just like the taste,
Does
sir.
he really?
Like the first
Yeah,
time,
like,
maybe.
He's really offended that we get Corona. And I was like, we're not trying to make a Goofenheimer, I swear. We just like it.
You making fun of me? You know, my mom has COVID. Oh, man.
No, I'd never make fun of that guy. No, the other guy, the Ukrainian guy that works there, I make fun of him often.
Wait, what does he do that's make fun of worthy? Wait, hold on. Before that, we should thank Killadonkey again for his review before
Yes,
we get...
thank you, Killadonkey.
Thanks,
yeah,
homie.
thank you.
Love you.
ASMR kisses.
Okay, so what did this Ukrainian man do?
So he didn't do much, but it was just I was getting a case of Atwater beer because I am based in Michigan,
Sponsored.
Hell yeah.
and they have a flavor called Wango, and this particular box did not have a clear label as far as how much it cost, so he was just scanning it, and he goes, "This is interesting," and then he goes over his thing and goes, "Mikhail, how much for Wango?"
No.
And he didn't hear him, so he just goes, "Wango."
Oh, it's probably hard to say.
And so now, whenever I go, I tell Cubby Bub, I said, I'm going to go pick up a case of Wango.
It's more man. You should tip this man. He'd be so confused, but he gave me such good laughs today. He needs some extra money. Wango.
So sorry, that guy.
Wongo. Okay, but let's talk about what we did in the World of Warcraft this week. I'm gonna go first. I played World of Warcraft a little bit this week.
Whoa!
Wow, a little bit?
So I was dipping and dabbling and smish-mabble.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think. So the 16th anniversary is back, which we mentioned earlier, which means I wasn't sure this was going to happen or not. It was kind of up in the air, or maybe I missed some press release. I don't know. That Korax Revenge is coming with it. And so it came out. I didn't get to play it for like 3 days because holy shit, if you thought pre-patch was buggy, Korax Revenge was super buggy. First of all, when it first came out, you couldn't even queue into it. The queue would just drop you immediately or give you some error message. So nobody was even in Korax Revenge for the first like 2 days of it being out.
Wow.
And then when I finally did get in on like day 3, when Jesus rose,
on day 3, when Korax Revenge rose,
He rolled away that rock and put his heavenly light on your PC.
Korak appeared and said, "This game will not be any better," because boy, oh boy, the bugs were now inside the Revenge, and everything was super laggy. It was so laggy that characters were just like moving at like, I don't know, 5 frames per second. And it wasn't just me. Everybody it was typing like, are you guys lagging? I'm lagging. But, so Korax Revenge is literally unfair for the Alliance. The map that it uses is old school classic AV. And the map's distances between like graveyards and like between points and all of it basically favors the Horde so much that it's like a, I don't know, 60-40, 70-30 Horde Alliance win rate because of how slanted the map is for them. Just way easier for them to have more control. So this lag actually worked to the Alliance advantage and we won because the Horde were lagging out worse than we were.
hey, I'll take it.
I was frequently running across people who were just standing there, and I was like, okay, I'm my little baby shaman. She's like has like maybe like 3/4 the health that they do, and I was murdering them because they just weren't moving. So it was excellent.
I mean, we'll take it.
Take what you can get, and I took it, and I fucking ran. So I've just been. Oh, excuse me, I got some gas in my belly. What did I sound like the guy from Men in Black, like the bug man?
I love going to get Chinese food.
Sugar lemonade. What are we doing? But yeah,
Ryan's belt.
Honestly, I love that man. Think about that actor. That actor was playing a group of bugs that had to act like they were a man. That's some crazy skills.
He's gone on and done like real shit. Vincent D'Onofrio is like a real actor. Then he's also the Roach Man and
we have to get him on the podcast. Maybe he can record some lines for us. But anyway, so I've been capping Conquest on my shaman because I want gear, and the best way to get gear is do my Conquest caps each week. I actually ran some Mythic Pluses on her, and that was interesting. She felt fine and strong. Granted, they were very low levels and stuff, but it was aight. There was a guy that we were playing with, and he typed in the chat, "By the way, I'm streaming on Twitch if anybody wants to watch." And I had to be like, okay, drop that fucking Twitch link. I want to see your shit. I want to watch me playing on my other screen. And he dropped it. Raider Gaming 607. This man had 2 viewers when I hopped in, but he honestly is super nice and super chill.
Go subscribe to this man.
I also joined Slide fail at a dungeon.
It didn't fail. But honestly, though, like part of his shtick was like, because normally I'd be like, oh, a guy on Twitch, like whatever. But like his whole thing was like he talks about like his anxieties and like his like social depression, and he said that he wants to spread the word about like people so that way they don't kill themselves. And I'm like, that's honestly pretty noble. He was telling stories and stuff, and he seems cool. I don't know. Just follow Raider Gamer 607. He's pure. He's cool. It was awesome seeing his genuine excitement when somebody like joined it, and he was like, oh my god, hi Slidewhistle, how are you doing today? Tell me about your day. And I was like, oh, this man's sweet. Go give him a follow, give him a kiss for me. But yeah, that's what I did in WoW. What about you, Immune? What was your week in WoW like?
Well, this week in WoW, I continued leveling my shaman. I decided to do Chromie time in Wrath. And then in order to continue my path on Lore Master in that, I decided to, as soon as I got there, just fly to the other side of Northrend and start leveling through like the Howling Fjords. And let me just say, I didn't realize, I never leveled through this zone really before, that like just how many Dark Iron Dwarves you have to kill because they're like the bad Dark Iron Dwarves. And I'm leveling as a Dark Iron Dwarf, and it just felt really weird.
Yeah, luckily they all have little notes on them, little sticky notes in their sheaves that are like, we think that women shouldn't control their own bodies. Like they make sure to give you justification of like, oh yeah, this doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, but you, Flamewick, the name of my shaman, you would never say that. You have donated to Planned Parenthood. You are a very respectable Dark Iron Dwarf.
I saw you passing out flyers last week.
But, I also forgot. I don't think I had finished this last week on the podcast, but I dinged level 50 on my Warlock, so I have the Void Elf Heritage Armor now, and I also finished up Pandaria for Lore Master and Explorer, so Pandaria is now done.
My favorite part was when you turned to me and you were like, wait, Shadowlands is now a part of Lore Master? Because they added it in the pre-patch achievements. He was so mad.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like,
no.
It was soft, kind of one of my goals to try to get Lore Master before like Shadowlands came out, and I'm like, I'm getting close, but then I noticed that, and I'm like, it's literally not possible anymore.
Well, at least it goes real quick. Like when it's current content, you'll get it done super duper quick.
Right.
So you'll just have to wait till like 2 weeks into Shadowlands.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's definitely not something that we won't get because we'll need it for flying or whatever if that's a thing there still. Oh, and then we finally got to do our Day of the Dead achievements and quests because the last few years, Slide and I have been at BlizzCon and we haven't had, access to do it. So this is the first year that like we're back here because of COVID, and it's fun. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Aaron,
oh, wow. I totally forgot.
Yeah, I would say Aaron definitely warned us. So, like, I think the first year we missed it in BlizzCon, Aaron was like, literally, don't worry. You're not missing anything. And I was like, what's he talking about? It's probably cool. And I got there and I was like, I did it in 10 minutes. I made some bread. That's it.
Yeah, like the most exciting part was the bread making.
It is 1000% just based on like you and other people having fun. The game will give you little to nothing to have fun with.
It was cool though that they made something for it.
I just wish that like it was more unique. I mean, it might be because I know that like each person's race has a different graveyard to go visit and to see their dead people or whatever. But I'm sure that the quest text is all the same, so I don't think it's that big of a difference. Wait, so like when you did it, Aaron, did you go to like New Dal or did you go to like Gilneas and see like your Worgen dead people?
I may have not done it correctly because everyone I talked to was in the Stormwind graveyard.
I couldn't. So I thought that the Stormwind graveyard was only if you were a human. Can anyone go there and just see it?
I think anyone can go there. Yeah, because the last year when I did it, all of the quests, everything I did was within like 20 minutes in the Stormwind graveyard.
Huh. Because I guess maybe I read it wrong because I thought it was telling me I had to go to Teldrassil because I was a night elf.
I also may have just not done enough of it. I think I saw like, oh, you can wrestle people, and then got too distracted wrestling and then forgot to do like the actual content. And then now I forgot again, so I'll have to wait till 2021.
Put it on your calendars.
Speaking of calendars. We'll get to that later.
Oh, is this a hint? Is this a hint for something? Is this your Time Warp hint?
No.
Oh, no, I see what you're trying to do there. We also can talk about like the new Shadowlands merch that they released.
Oh, you fucker. Okay, I was like, what's he talking about? Oh my god, what is this? Okay, I see. I got it. I'm picking up.
But yeah, we'll get there after. Aaron, what did you get up to in WoW?
This week in the World of Warcraft, I started it by being like, I don't have many goals to do. My 110s are 45 now. I guess I'll level them to 50 so it doesn't look so ugly. And I did it for Nastisha, who was severely gimped because she was leveled before on Korok's Revenge. So like a homeschool kid, she was not able to deal with the real world. So it took her a while to get the necessary supplies, but she made it to 50 and I said, this feels hollow. I'm not continuing this. And I continued my world of adventures in the literary world where I finished Richard Knack's Day of the Dragon.
Ooh. Or should I say, oh.
Should I say, ooh?
I mean, it was okay. It was yet another WoW book where the main antagonist, who we have learned to fear, just gets taken out in like 1 second. Sort of like the bad guy of the Shadowlands book. It's like, Blizzard, come on. Like, have a sword fight or have a magic duel. Why do you hype up these bad guys and then it's be like, and a dragon stepped on him?
What if they play like Yu-Gi-Oh! For like their final battle?
I would love that if they just sat down and you had like 3 chapters of Hearthstone.
Draw!
I summoned the stone golem in defense mode.
But it was a good book. I started reading the next one. But there is one passage that I just want to get off my chest. So, my boy Richard, I think Blizzard at the time this is being written, because it was a Warcraft 2 book, did not know what some of the characters look like. So they were like, Richard, just make something up. So, what would you describe Nor's Domu as looking like when he's a humanoid?
Okay, so he has big eyebrows. I mean, he's a blood elf. So he's a skinny little pale boy with like a dress.
You're fucking wrong, because Richard describes him as a shrouded figure seemingly made of sand. Under the hood appeared a face so desiccated it barely had any dry flesh to cover the bone. Gemstone eyes glared at both the dragon and the wizard in growing impatience.
Yes, we have come. And if this party takes much longer, perhaps I shall go too.
I don't think they had told him that eventually they would make this man like a hot blood elf. So Richard said, okay, sand zombie.
I mean, I kind of prefer the sand zombie description, not gonna lie.
That sounds way fucking cooler, but like, was no one telling him what their plans were for the man? Like,
well, because Ysera, he kind of made it
a
correct.
big green boobies.
He said a small purple elf who was bald, but did the whole thing where like her eyes were closed and she could still look at stuff. So I'm like, they had something. And then they described Malagos as a thin human with long talon-like nails that was clambering up rocks. But like, that's not wrong, because I don't think we ever got a human Malagos. Just the Nor's Domu really struck me, and I was like, that's not what he looks like.
I guess it's possible they actually may have given him like a plan on what they wanted the characters to look like, and then they were like, ooh, you know what? Fuck that. Let's just use the models we already have. I don't have time for this.
They really couldn't try to make Ysera bald?
I do not like the idea of a bald Sarah. No fucking thank you. Bald Sarah, I don't want it.
Bald Sarah.
You're gonna just watch out, because when she spawns out of her little egg, she's gonna be like, champion, I have given away all of my strands of hairs in the shadow meld.
Can we please rig the Sexiest NPC awards this year and make Bald Sarah versus just Sarah in the finals?
I'm taking notes over here. Yes.
Not that being bald is bad, just Sarah being bald is weird. She's got so much hair.
But the other main thing that happened this week is Cubby Bub picked up the 2021 Warcraft calendar.
Whoa.
And boy, is that something.
Okay, so I was going to get the Warcraft calendar, and then I looked at the pictures they used, and I was like, we could have used a lot better pictures for this thing.
Do you have a scrying crystal? Can you look into my bottom boot approximately 30 minutes from now?
I think I can. Because I remember having this kind of, I'll save this for the end, but I feel like we're on the same wavelength on what we think is shitty.
Is it the panda that they use for everything?
Well, it's the panda, it's the normal Sylvanas. There's a lot, and we'll go into it later. But all of this leads to my time warp.
Oh, baby. Sure. Wait, during this time,
I appreciate it.
I'm going to go make a drink really quick because I drink all mine.
Okay, for this week's time warp, in the new Blizzard merchandise, they released 3 air quotes new, they're not really new, Funko Pops that feature Warcraft characters. I want you to give me as many Warcraft characters that were turned into Funko Pops.
So like ever or just the new ones?
Ever. And begin.
Sylvanas.
Thrall, Anduin,
Glimmer, the
Varian,
purple Murloc.
Valera,
Anduin. Rexar.
Alexstrasza,
Purple Murloc.
Deathwing,
blue
probably.
Murloc, red Murloc.
Arthas,
green
the
Murloc.
Lich King, Ragnaros maybe,
No, that's no.
Garrosh,
No,
Illidan,
No, stop talking. Saranda, Malfurion.
Jaina,
Fuck. Maev.
Moira.
My son will rule the Dark Iron.
Oh, Maggie.
Time.
I love that.
I did not expect this. Yeah. I did not expect this. It is straight up a tie. Hey everybody, Editor Aaron here. Unlike our wonderful vote counters all across the nation, I could not count or hear for shit apparently. I just said that it was a tie, but it in fact super wasn't. Slidewhistle had 2, Sylvanas and Glimmer the Murloc, and Immunization had literally double that with Thrall, Deathwing, Arthas, and Illidan. So Immunization won that big time. I'm going to make sure Slidewhistle drinks triple as much and myself sextuple as much for this blunder. Just imagine the next few minutes, because there's some good goofs and gaffs, as bonus AU Draenor content. Here comes my cat to go ruin the recording, so I'm going to go back to editing.
It's weird how little Funkos there are. You think there'd be more, but I mean, I guess I'm not a marketer.
Okay. So the the Funko Pop Games WoW Lady Sylvanas figure is on eBay. I want you to give me approximately how much you think it's going for, and closest wins.
Wait, hold up. Is this Price is Right rules?
Yes, this is Price is Right rules. The closest one.
Without going over.
Well,
Or no, we're gonna extend that rule that way.
It's just the median,
Okay.
the closest to the median price will win.
That's because I was gonna wait for him to go first, and I was gonna add a penny.
Well, Slidewhistle, because I had Immune go first last time I was in charge, you go first.
$45.02.
Immune.
Okay, let me think here. So you said is it the average price of them, or like is that how the eBay works? Or
It has a listed price, and it is just the standard WoW Lady Sylvanas figure.
okay, I will say
Oh wait, not the golden one? Fuck, I thought it was the
It
golden
is not
one.
the golden one.
Oh fuck.
I will say $35.
Well, don't worry, Slidewhistle, because you still win. Because for some reason, this person, maybe it's because of the last one, has listed this regular blue-ass Sylvanas for $99.99.
What the fuck? How much are the golden ones going for? I got one in my closet right now. I'd sell it.
Infinity.
Sylvanas, Funko, eBay, one golden Sylvanas Funko, eBay. Here we go. $40. Da Vinci.
It ain't worth
Da
shit.
Vinci? So that means that I have to consume alcohol.
You are correct.
Is anybody familiar with an anime called Wing Prison School? Because it's listed adjacently. Oh, I gotta pour him a shot because this stupid fucking cat is never on my lap, always on his lap, and so I gotta fucking get the alcohol because this cat is fucking bullshit. And she fucking decides she's never gonna lay on me.
Wow,
Lay on
I'm
his
just
fucking
looking
lap.
at Wing Prison School Hidden Student Council Vice President Shiraki. And boy, that's a real skin-tight suit.
Oh, I need you to look up Wing Prison School Midorikawa and look at her literal, this isn't a joke, Medusa vagina.
Medusa vagina.
Yes, I am seeing this now. And also, Wing Prison School Hidden Student Council Vice President Shiraki also has an alternate version where she has unzipped her very tight suit. And then, to cover her breastises, it is police tape that says, "Keep out."
I would like to clarify that cough was half the shot that I just took and a half looking over at side screen and seeing this figurine.
Damn. She really just got a Medusa vagina, though. There's no
They just
going
took the
back.
head
There's
of
no
Medusa.
continuing.
They just put the head of Medusa and put it on her crotch. Like, what? It's not even original. I'm
Now I
mad
gotta
about
watch
how
this
unoriginal it
goddamn
is.
show. I gotta read this manga to know if the Medusa pussy is plot relevant.
Oh, no, I hope it's not. Hang on. So I asked my weeb friends, and they're instantly responding. I said, what the fuck is this? Why does she have a Medusa vagina? Lunchbox says, it's just prison school. There's a running gag with this character, and the main character seeing her pussy all the time, and it pisses her the hell off always by accident. I don't know what that means, but there you go. What the fuck? If any
Thanks,
weebs are in the
Lunchbox.
chat and can explain this better than Lunchbox, please send us. Oh no, he's sending images. Okay, he's going too deep. Thanks, Lunch. What's he doing? Why did he instantly know this?
He
Growliina,
was on deck, ready for this.
get us out of here while we view these images in our Discord server.
Hello, listeners. It's me, your girl, Growl. I'm here with Sapon, discussing the fate of the land we leave behind. So, Sap, now that a lot of us will be headed to the shores of undeath, are you worried about threats coming back here to terrorize the islands we've called home?
You know, I haven't thought about that. What's to stop the Covens from returning? Or another pirate gang?
Exactly.
I guess we'll just have to depend on new characters being leveled here, now that Chromie mode is a thing. I mean, all the other lands we've abandoned still seem fine, so I have faith this one will too.
That's a thought I've never considered. Even good old Shatrith is going all right, and we abandoned that thing like 2 decades ago. Maybe the good we've done here is much more than just our presence. Thank you, Sap.
Anytime, friend.
Well, everyone, this has been Growl on the Prowl. See you next week.
And that's which mythical character's face I'd want on my privates. Oh, I see we're back to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back. Or should I say this weekend is the welcome back weekend.
Welcome back, ladies.
Because, you know, we've been gone for so long. And by that, I mean we haven't stopped playing WoW since we really started playing, besides like a week period when I unsubbed because I was like, I don't know if I'm playing enough. And then I resubbed again like a week later and haven't gone back.
I
but
did read my book within eyeshot of my computer, so that's probably why they're doing it. They're like, Aaron, come back. Put your big Cheeto dusty fingers all over the keys again.
It's funny. I expressed in the beginning of the podcast that I was surprised about how many people subscribed. But personally, I know like 3 people who have come back to the game. Papa Cheese has returned to WoW Yum and made a big stink of it recently about how he's playing again and how Classic is dead. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Calm down.
Yeah, who is he?
Bill's playing now. Our friend Bill's recently got back into WoW after literally like 6 years. So that's actually pretty impressive. But it's funny because he just bought Shadowlands because he was like, well, I need to have them all. And now it's a free weekend. He just subbed and he could have just waited a little bit and gotten like a free relapsed account shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
What a fool.
It's also fine because I recruited him. So now my recruits go up once again, my friends.
What are you going to get, like
Oh,
another
God, except this
plan?
one's not you.
Well, if he subs for 3 months, then I get a month of WoW. And that's fucking fine with me. He'll definitely be doing that. What is the timer on the lapse accounts? Do we know that? Like how long your account's been lapsed for, you get to free shit again?
I thought it was 6 months, or maybe I made that up.
6. Wow. I'm reading the article.
Or maybe I was thinking about the recruit from bonuses.
It literally just says we're giving all players with an active World of Warcraft accounts full access to the game. Asterisk. The asterisk reads from November 5th to November 8th. So by the time this comes out, you have, 2 days left to get your free shit if you're not playing WoW. So hey, it's not bad. Why the hell not? Ooh, this means I can use my accounts that I made on my other WoW stuff, and I can have them do stuff for me.
Oh boy.
Wow.
WoW 5, here we come.
Exhilarating.
During this last week, there was also the big announcement that somebody had found a new secret in WoW. That secret being the Murloc that Slide mentioned earlier.
So yeah, I actually don't think this one's a secret because I think they added this in like probably very recently because they're selling a purple Murloc Funko that's the same coloration as what's his name? Glimmer, the Murloc. So I think this might have just been like a tie-in that came out like just now. I don't think he was just sitting in Northrend just waiting. But it's pretty cool. It's a long quest chain. I've started it. I have not finished it. I highly recommend going out there on a druid because you can just use your swim form. You have to go into like fatigue areas. You have to go into drowning areas. It's kind of crazy what you have to do for this shit. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's more so than your average quest chain.
Yeah, it sounds kind of similar to what's the evil cat name again?
Jennifer. Meow.
Yeah, her quest line, and as well as the quest line, I think, for Ball.
I haven't done that one yet.
I did them both back to back, so I'm not sure which one involved going out into the middle of the ocean and nearly fatiguing, but one of them did. I forget.
That one's probably Ball. That one sounded a little crazy. But it's funny. So for this one, literally all you have to do is go to Northrend. I don't know where the fuck you go. Just go to Wowhead, find the coordinates, punch them in. You know how to do that. But the way to do it, there's this purple Murloc just sitting on a glacier. And you have to approach it, scare him away, and he'll shit a scale. And you have to click on the scale. And the scale is so teeny, little tiny. And the problem is, when you're starting it now, literally everybody and their fucking mom and the horde, because, they're out there too, they're all on their big-ass mounts. And you can almost miss the scale because people are just crowding the Murloc. Like, it's a madhouse out there. So don't miss
now,
it.
Is it one scale that drops, or the scale drops and everyone can grab it, but you can't see it?
I'm pretty sure one scale will drop, and you have an X amount of time to click on it, and multiple people can click on it. But I feel like the scale goes away pretty fast, or maybe it just bugged the first time, because we all saw the Murloc, it ran away, but nobody saw the scale, but one person flew away. But time number 2, the scale dropped and everyone grabbed it and everybody mass fucking mounted and flew with the flying V towards the next quest objective.
Maybe it was hiding underneath some Draenei's hoof.
That would not surprise me because Draenei hoofs are both large and disgusting, so nobody would want to get near them in the first place.
Oh, you guys.
Get fucked, weird foot.
Oh, stop.
Oh, God.
That's bringing back old memories.
Oh, here comes another weird foot in here. Put on some shoes, you
Oh,
nasties.
oh, I'm trying. But none of them have the foot part.
Okay, so I saw a TikTok the other day of this man who was like trimming his cows like hoofs or whatever. Do you think Draenei have to trim their hoofs? Do they have to like cut into their big toenail hoofs?
Yeah, if they have to get like cud out of it and like random nails they step on.
Probably. Wait, do you guys wear horseshoes? Draenei shoes?
The Lightforge do.
I was gonna say, excuse you.
Well, you didn't answer my question.
I mean, I haven't zoomed in on the hooves in a while.
The
but, like,
Lightforged have like a golden rim around the bottom of their hoof, so I think they do have horseshoes.
Yeah. Actually, now that you say it, I think the normal Draenei have like a silver one. So, yeah, I guess.
That's weird. I don't like that, thinking about that. I will now nail my shoes into my feet. Like, how do you, like... Ooh, Allie's claws are out, and she's clawing immune. Loving this sight, everybody. It's great to watch.
So, as I alluded to earlier in the show, Blizzard did release some new Shadowlands merch, and I don't know, I feel like some of it is kind of neat. Some of it, I think, is meant to have been released maybe at BlizzCon.
Yo, definitely. So, like, they released the new pins, the new Series 7 pin set that was going to be released. And wasn't there already an Ana pin? I swear to God, I already had an Ana pin. Look at this pin. Doesn't this already exist? It's just her, like, classic stance with, like, the gun over her shoulder.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had an Ana pin.
But the most important part, so, like, they have the new pin, the new pack includes Sigma, Ana, Brigitte, Thrall, Valera, Deckard Cain, Lilith, Jim Raynor, again for the 8th time, Demon Hunter, just Demon Hunter? Oh, it's the Hearthstone card. And Janitor Leoric. Now, this means, yes, confirmed, you can wear Sigma's bare-ass feet on your shirt. We did it.
Yummy.
We did it. Yes.
His tenuous toes.
Stop. I hate that.
toe fungus music.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. Okay, but also, like, the Valera, I understand that pins are really hard to, like, model sometimes, and my favorite part about being at BlizzCon, the way that people determine which pins are the good pins and which pins are the bad pins is absolutely hilarious. Valera, I can confirm she would automatically be considered a bad pin, and nobody would want her pin because her face, I'm so sorry, her face looks awful.
I like the pin, though. I think it's a cool stance, and I like the colors are nice.
Well, I have good news for you. If you're at BlizzCon, they'd be all over the floor because her face looks bad.
Now, that's a sticking point for me. Do you think we'll ever get a redesign from, like, the big red Kata era licorice armor?
Oh, no, I think that's going to be her for life. I think that's going to be what she looks like.
Didn't they update her appearance, though, in this expansion or last expansion?
Not really. I don't think so. Maybe they made it updated the licorice, but
Looking at even this pin here, it looks slightly updated. It's just the shoulders. The shoulders really hold her back for me.
yeah, I mean, there's classic Burning Crusade, and I guess people like that, but I don't know. I don't know, Marty. What else did we get with this? We got the calendar, already mentioned that. We got the pins. There's
Some patches.
The enormous fucking Thrall statue.
Also, this is, I don't know if I like this or not. So you know how before when you buy BlizzCon pins, you can get them in their colored pins, and then they have their golden pins, right? Well, now there's platinum pins. It's a new level above gold, and I kind of hate that.
I absolutely hate that.
Because you feel like your golden pins are less worthy now?
It's just like they're like adding like a new tier of like rarity that I don't really think is necessary. So like if you want to, you can buy all 7 platinum pins in a set, which they always let you do. Like you can get like, you know, the normal pin set or the golden pin set. But the Series 7 Platinum Signature 10-piece pin set costs $199. Is this made out of real platinum? No, it's made out of zinc alloy. Okay, what the hell? What are we doing?
Honestly, if I can get fucking platinum janitor Leoric, I'd pay 4 times that much.
But like that's what's so crazy is that sometimes they look worse when they're like gold or they're platinum. So like I'm like, hopefully these don't look bad.
Okay, I need to know, what do Sigma's platinum toes look like?
So that's the worst part of it all. I can't even zoom in and show you. The view that I have is like a 400 times 800 pixel image that I just can't discern anything from. It's so small.
Probably for the best. We don't need to be acting up on the pod right now.
Oh my god.
We've had plans for Sexiest. We can't just sabotage it right now. But next week, watch out.
But other than that, there were 2 new like desktop like mats. I believe one was just like the Shadowlands like loading screen type image, and I think the other one was some Bastion Zone picture. And there's also like another one of those mugs. It was with the Arbiter on it.
And it looks very to me.
I agree. Yeah, it's like the color of the Arbiter on the color of the mug. It kind of looks cheap to me, but like, whatever.
But yeah, I mean, some stuff. I don't know. If you want to buy it, buy it. I'm sick of the Blizzard Gear Store sucking. Not from like a merchandise standpoint, just from like people running it. I hate fucking fanatics.
Oh well, we already got a little horned up talking about Sigma's toes, so I think it's time we head on into our sexiest NPC of the week.
Oh, yes, please.
And this week, we have a very sexy NPC of the week, one that we've considered naming in the past, but we think now is his time. Her time? Their time?
It's
our time now. Down here, it's our time.
It's our time. It's our time. Down here. It's their time. It's their time. Up there. Thanks, Goonies. Love you.
And this NPC's making me feel like a real goonie, you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Because this week's sexiest NPC of the week is Stone Golem, baby. We're talking world boss Stone Golem in Drustvar.
I was going to say, if you've ever quested in Drustvar at a low level, you know the pain of trying to defeat this man solo and being like, can somebody help Stone Golem and his sexy thighs?
And even the game knows he's a hot commodity. You try and pull him too far from his hot, steamy waterfall, and he'll say, ooh, you big tease, I'll let you get me to 45%, and then I'll just get my health back for some reason.
And let me just say, that's not a very far distance.
No, he has the shortest leash distance of like any fucking current WoW Yum mob, and it's absurd. And the worst part is if you're in war mode, oh my god, good luck if it's like week 3 of BFA, you're trying to kill this guy, because you will be into a fight every single time. Everybody wants his sick, sexy loins.
His Core Lane cape, his Crimson Wood drape, his Heartsbane great cloak, and his Barrel Knoll drape.
Oh, you're spitting some mad bars over here, Aaron.
Yeah, I know. I rhymed drape and cape. I feel like a superstar.
But let me just say, like, we already know he is, but, like, whenever I think about the Stone Golem, you know I'm a rock hard, baby.
And the best part about him being a floating collection of stones is she can be whatever you want them to be.
It's also great because if you just look at the Stone Golem, you can see various ways to penetrate yourself. You got the shoulder pieces, you got the fingers. His left leg is just kind of floating there above the foot. You can use that if you're feeling frisky.
Those watery stones have been worn to a smooth shine by the ages.
Ooh, and kind of got a little bit of like a mossy texture too for your
I was just
pleasure?
gonna say, that's the thing. You may think the stone golem is all hard and no play, but that moss would give you just enough cushion for the pushing, baby.
And okay, you mentioned the stone golem shoulders. And I'm looking at them now, and in juxtaposition with us talking about Valera, I'm just seeing like those shoulders here.
Oh my
now.
god, it does kind of look the
Ooh,
same
he
shape.
knows style.
The only thing is, there's no face, and I think that's a crime. Stone Golem is beautiful. Let them represent themselves in their facial features. They're not just a slab of stone. They're a living, breathing sex machine.
I mean, for a quick hookup under a waterfall, I don't know if I need to see their face. That's fine.
I guess.
What if Stone Golem turned around and like there was like a little smile on like his inner thigh, and he was like, "This is my face." And you're like, "Why isn't it on your head?" And he said, "You thought that was my head?"
I would love if Stone Golem turned around and there were just two shiny round boulders for an ass. Like they went to the trouble of programming some cheats.
Oh no, I was thinking that there would be like a Medusa vag.
No, we have to keep that part in because you made a callback reference.
Catch Stone Golem in season 4 of Prison School.
So if you're sitting here wondering, why did they leave in that talk about the Medusa pussy? This is why. This is all Immune's fault.
But Stone Golem, you are the hottest piece of rock we've seen, and that's why you're our sexiest NPC of the week. I will place your trophy approximately 50 feet away from you, and you can just watch.
If you place it any further away, like this golem won't even be able to grab
No,
it.
it'll be out of their range.
You guys ever think about, like, are there world bosses that the Horde see more often that we've never seen in our lives?
I feel like there's a new world boss in Vol'dun I see every couple of weeks to be like, I have never met this person in my life.
But now it's time for our top 2 medium moot bottom boot of the week. All right, Immune, you go first.
Well, I purposely left this out earlier because this is my top 2.
Whoa.
And my top 2 is that I got the headless horseman mount right during the last day of grinding it.
Yay!
And let me just say, I'm very happy. It was like literally on my last character the night before the last day of the event. And, you know, I'm very happy that I don't ever have to run that again if I don't want to. I mean, although I probably still will in the future because I still have never gotten any of the other Mog pieces on a character that could use them. So I don't have any of the T-Mog from it.
Fucking tell me about it. I'm so over having the headless horseman's head drop on every single character of my 3 plate people. Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah, and I didn't know that there was a cloth piece as well, and I got it on a plate character.
Wait, what's the cloth piece look like? What is that?
I don't know. I was mad, so I didn't look at it.
Honestly, that's a pretty good move. I don't blame you.
But yeah, that's my top toot. Aaron, what you got?
Well, as I alluded to earlier, I have a bottom boot this week. So this house received the 2021 World of Warcraft calendar, and it's just I can tell you the pictures and the themes chosen are not 2021. They're not 2015. They're not even 2011. They said we are bringing out some of your old art, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, and like in particular, when I looked at like this calendar and what pictures were on it, like there is that one mop panda picture that they use for almost everything, I feel like. In particular, we have like a mop panda that's very similar to it that's on our wall because it was like they made a very similar version of it for the like screen prints that where do we get these? The collector's edition?
Yeah, they were in the CE for not for WoW for quote unquote WoW Classic, but it's for the 15th anniversary. Same picture. But then September is literally like the same man, it's just different, and he's also that's just Chen, right? Is that Chen's drum out? I don't remember. But
I think that's just some guy.
But he has the thing in his hat. I don't know. We didn't play Mop, but he's the card for in Hearthstone. He's the ancient brewmaster who just like sends back your card to your hand.
That's literally the art from it.
What the fuck is May? What is May? What is that? It's like a set of like
it's just a guy from the Scourge.
It's like leather armor and a head.
And what gets me is not even are the main illustrations like what were they going for? Some of the ones at the bottom, like the middle third of this Scourge, is just like a picture Chris Metzen drew in Warcraft 1.
Wait, is it August? Is that like the weird Gul'dan one?
No. This is in May. It's the middle. It's just a skeleton with an axe. It's not even like what the Scourge looks like. Or the biggest egregious one, in my opinion, is in January, the first month of the year, we have Sylvanas. And at the bottom, we have a picture of her from the Legion trailer. Her in the Legion trailer. And then the night elf that turns into a cat from the World of Warcraft announcement trailer. That's not even the same race, Blizzard. You can't convince me you don't have a fourth picture of Sylvanas you could have put there.
Oh, I see now. I was like, what are you talking about? And now I see it. Oh my, I didn't even register what you were talking about. I was like, what image? And now I see them at the very bottom. Why would they?
Or in June, it's based on the Burning Legion. And we have two pictures of, like, there's one of a Legion bat, there's one of Magtheridon, and then there's one of a Forsaken from that WoW 2004. Did you not know that wasn't part of the Burning Legion? Blizzard? What's going on here?
Oh my god. Okay, so this is maybe I have a theory. So I was sitting here and I was like, why didn't they just make all of these Shadowlands themes? You know, you could have Reverend Drath, you could have, and then I was like, okay, I guess if you're manufacturing calendars, you have to have these manufactured well before you ship them. So they're probably worried about spoilers being released, maybe, is my guess. But these are also like pre-Draenor images, all of them. So like, they're almost honestly pre-Cataclysm, except for the
There's
Deathwing.
a picture of Illidan from the trailer where he crushes the skull of Gul'dan in Warcraft 3.
I feel like I could have straight up bought this calendar in like 2009. Like, it's the same art. Why? I was gonna buy this, but I'm now. I mean, like every time I see it, I'm like, no, I don't want old art. I want new shit. I want fresh stuff. I don't want Sindragosa from 15 years ago or whatever.
I feel like if they were worried about spoilers, the smart thing would have been to just make like a BFA themed calendar, and then that would have been less egregious.
There's not even BFA content in this.
Even if you just do like zones of Shadowlands with like just landscapes, that's not a spoiler. It's a landscape. Maybe because there's not any Shadowlands quote unquote art like this. Because like these are like art that like they use for either cards in their old WoW TCG, or like I don't know, maybe some people drew this for like contests. I don't know. I'm not over how bad May is. May is absolutely awful.
Whenever you say May, I think of like Overwatch May, and I'm like, what are you talking?
May, the leather armor with the skeleton head put into it. What even is that? No arms or legs, just a torso and a head. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Ugh.
Do better, Blizzard. I'll see you in 2022.
Or you won't, because your calendars suck.
I feel like by 2022, it'll be safe for a Shadowlands one, hopefully.
But Slidewhistle, what is your TTBBMM?
I got a top 2 this week.
Doo-doo.
once again, I decided I was going to be a lazy son of a bitch, and I was going to pay people to do stuff for me.
And you did.
Boy.
So I wanted the Mechagon hard mode mount. And the only way to get that is by not dying in Mythic Mechagon. And you have to, you got to survive. And I'm like, and even if you find 4 other people to run this with you, it's still only a chance that one of you will get it. It's at the Karazhan mount, or just for one person. And I'm like, I haven't been in this dungeon in forever. I don't have to mess with this. And I would see frequently people selling it in trade chat. Most notably when I was on Illidan leveling my Horde Shaman, someone posted it, and I asked them how much, and they were like 150k, and I was like, that's not bad at all. That's pretty reasonable. But I was in the Horde. I didn't have any gold over there. I went back to the Alliance, and I saw somebody else post it, and it was my buddy who sold me my other mount that I got. The what mount was that? What did I buy a run for?
What was that?
I'm so rich, I don't remember what I'm spending massive amounts of gold on. Like, what did I buy? It was literally like a month ago that I bought something. Oh, I remember.
Can't even remember.
And I got it. I bought a plus 15 keystone on my druid for an artifact skin.
Yeah, that's
not even a mount. And he was selling it. I was like, hey, bud, how much? 150k. And I was like, same as Illidan. Bet. Let's do it. Sounds good. So these 4 people, while I just sat and watched YouTube videos, ran hard mode Mechagon for me, and I got a cool aerial MX whatever 8 number mount.
Ooh boy.
It looks cool, and apparently the mount, if you use it in Mechagon, the fucking annoying ass flying robots, they will ignore you because you're riding one of them. But the thing is, I'm finished with Mechagon, so like the benefit is even that great. But I am gonna go back there and I'm gonna fly around at max level just to piss off these stupid bots that can't do nothing to me.
You're living
Honestly,
the dream.
If I would have known that that was a perk of this mount, I would have gotten it during my Mechadon achievement just because those things were so annoying.
It's not easy to get. I mean, like you can buy one of them from like the vendor, but it's like I think it's like 100.
It's 400.
400.
431k.
Okay, so it's normally fuck that. That's ridiculous. So yeah, that's my top 2. Paying adventurers to run my dungeons for me. You gotta love economy. But with that, we are out of here. Time to go pour over more election results and just rewatch Trump's press conference where he literally cries about cheating that's not happening.
Oh my god, I'm living for it.
It's ridiculous. Like it's fascism at its finest. If you have any emails, requests, if you want to send me some weeb suggestions where they have or they don't have Medusa vaginas, send us an email at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com.
There's a lot more of those than you'd think.
I know, I don't like that. Maybe I do like it. I don't know. Send us an email at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com or tweet at us on Twitter at donotrelenttpod. What about you guys? Where can I find you on the internet?
Oh, nice run. You can find me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at NewEraAlex, or you can follow our podcast Instagram account on the gram at Do Not Relent. You can also check out the roundtable that I was a part of on Whispers of War this last week. I believe it's still their most recent episode. So yeah, check that out. We talk about how we are all feeling about the pre-patch currently.
Follow my boy Raider Gaming 607 on Twitch.
Well, you can find me, Aaron the Human, at the Big Cheesy on Twitter. You can read our literary musings at donotrelent.livejournal.com, and you can catch me as a guest on this season's hottest podcast, P1, a picture of 2 screens in which one is lit up, and the eco button.
Wow.
My favorite buttons. All right, we'll see you guys next week if this is still a country. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
I'm just interested to see if Mitch McConnell gets robot hands next year. He needs them. He needs some Star Wars Episode 3 prosthetics.
You see how dead he looks. So, like, he basically has to, at this point, race change to a mechanome or perish.
I showed my mom, and she was like, Bear, did you make this? And I said, no.
she thought you made it. She thought you made Mitch McConnell's hands.
She thought I like, she's like, did you add something to it? I said, no, Mom, that's what his hands look like.
He's basically the Crypt Keeper.